1, 2. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We've got some Tooth and Nail versus Joseph Curtis playing Zach Creamer. Is that just what we call Burn now? We call it Zach Creamer?
I mean, I guess.
It's the same thing, right?
Sure.
All right, yeah, but we got some Burn versus Tooth and Nail. Both these players at XO. So let's see how it goes.
I'd say mulliganing. That doesn't seem like something the Tooth and Nail deck wants to do.
Yeah. It also depends on how much Curtis either wants to kill the Manadorks or go to the face. Especially with Collin mulliganing, I feel like you're much more inclined to go after the Manadorks.
Mm-hmm. Paul, can you message me on my cellular device? We got an important question for you.
All right, so what did Collin end up mulliganing to? Is he on 6 or 5? Some Thragtusks in the main are going to be pretty good. He's shuffling before he searches for a land. Why is he doing that? What is that card in the front of his deck? Is that a Primal Command? Is that an altered Primal Command?
No, that's Primal
just
Command.
the OG art? Okay, it just looks a little odd from this one. It looks like there's a lot more squiggles going on. All right, Narbrelf. So I feel like this game is going to kind of rely on how much of the life gain Collin draws. If he draws like a Thragtusk and a Primal Command to gain 7, I feel like that there's no way he's ever going to lose this game.
Agreed. How do you gain 7 life and lose to burn? Like
right.
2 lightning heals is typically enough, but
like
you have 1 card. Oh,
but
jeez, don't say those words to me, man.
Skullcrack could be pretty obnoxious. Is that a Rurikthar in his hand? I'm pretty sure that's a Rurikthar in his hand. That seems pretty good against burn as well.
Yeah, I don't know how burn beats that one either.
And he can cast that next turn. All right, so what's going on? Is he gonna?
It looks like he went ahead and blew up one of the
Arbor Elves.
One of the Arbor Elves.
And yeah,
I actually like
never
this.
found another land. He does have his Searing Effect in hand. So is he? Oh, it's a Primal
just
Command.
drawing the Primal Command. Can he cast it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. Gain
Oh,
7.
geez.
Put your land
Put
back
the
on
land
top.
on top.
Get him.
I actually kind of like land shuffle him.
Oh, he's not. Oh, he's not even gaining 7. He's just getting a Thragtusk.
That's even better.
Fair. I guess that's fair.
This is Zach's deck. Oh, that makes sense. He's letting Curtis borrow it. No, it could be. Like, everything's signed. That does seem like Zach's deck.
Yeah, this is Zach's deck. A follower.
Do I have to enter for every ticket I want?
If you do a number after enter.
So enter and then number of entries, you'll get it.
Yeah, just do a space between enter and then the number.
Yeah, I don't know if Curtis can beat this Thragtusk here.
I don't think so, especially being stuck on lands. And then with this Rurkthar to follow it up, there is not a whole lot he can do here. Was the Utopia Sprawl on blue, I suppose? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you'll have 6 entries still, MTG Lord. Eternal Witness for Primal Command.
Get back Primal Command. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that Curtis can do here.
No, I'll say unless he finds a second land. He does find Inspiring Vantage, so there's no way that like Collin can like reliably not cast.
All right, so he's going after. What's he going after? I imagine the Koyoris Follower. Yep, that makes sense. You can't have him getting another 4 mana from just that one land. Although, with only having 2 cards in hand, it's not like you can really expect him to have too much to do with that mana. Well, I guess it would give him enough mana to cast Primal Command for an Eternal Witness. And then get the Primal Command back. And then now we're just going to see him play a Rurkthar here. And he can't get out of this, I'd imagine. Because you attack him for 5 down to 8, and then the burn deck would have to cast 2 spells. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that the burn deck has lost the game.
$69 entries, nice. 7 from Primal Command. That's 2 Skull Cracks, but he's at 12. So down to Curtis going down to 5 or 3 here, so he's dead next turn.
And then there's just no way he can beat this Rurkthar.
No, that's Rurkthar. That game's over.
He's just like, well, what does this card do? Oh, he could have shocked and cast a Tooth and Nail, so that would have been pretty funny. I guess he could cast it, but he wouldn't be able to kick it, or entwine it. So in response, he's going to go and bolt the Thragtusk. I think I would have liked attacking with the Thragtusk first. Yep, and then he's just dead. Alright, well, Tooth and Nail, up a game over Burn. Makes sense. A lot of ways to gain life, and Rurkthar. I don't know. What do you think of this Tooth and Nail deck? This Tooth and Nail deck actually seems pretty sweet.
I mean, I like it. I've played against plenty of Tooth and Nails. Back when I had a friend, his name is also Justin, liked to play Tooth and Nail into Emrakul Kozilek, or not Kozilek. Emrakul Xenagos. That's the names I'm going for here.
Yeah, Scott's favorite card, by far.
Yes, the Rurkthar.
Loses to Shadow. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of things do. A lot of the fun decks in Modern lose to Shadow. Alright, so what are players going to be bringing in here? I'd imagine that the burn deck is going to bring in things like Path to Exile, some Skull Cracks probably if he has them. Well, Skull Cracks for sure if he has them. Ensnaring Bridge if he has them. That seems pretty good here. Really just depends on what he has. And then the Tooth and Nail deck's going to bring in more ways to gain life. Believe it or not.
Well, that's not what I want it.
What are we raffling? We are raffling off one Ultimate Masters box topper. And that is going to be in 28 minutes. Coming up here soon. It's 25 points per ticket, and you can have as many tickets as you want. Ways to get tickets: if you sub, you get 50 points. If you follow, you get 50 points. Sorry, if you subscribe, you get 500 points. If you follow, you get 50. If you donate bits, you get points, and you get points just for watching. And you can use those points to get tickets.
large reason why you saw a bidding war or a bitting war earlier.
All right, so opening hands here. He's got another Rurik Thar. Seems pretty good, and a Thragtusk. So does he have the mana to cast it? It looks like he has one land, but he has double Dork and a Utopia Sprawl. So that seems pretty good. Burns gonna go ahead and fetch Shock. Probably gonna have like a Goblin Guide or a Swift Spear here.
I mean, it seems like a good start for Burn, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is the start you want, right?
I don't know if I would bollard with the Chain to the Rocks, though. That's what he seemed like he brought in.
Well, he just doesn't have Path to Exile, so it's his way to answer one of those big creatures.
I mean, I guess he's
Zach's
just
always
never
been a
beating
fan of-
Rorik Thar.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, so we got two creatures here. Are you going after one? Yeah, it looks like he's going after the birds. Don't know why I'd go after the birds instead of the... Oh, he's just going to kill them both. So this is definitely one way for Burn to win the game. If he's stumbling on lands and you're killing all of his mana dorks.
Yeah. I think the Tooth and Nail deck just kind of wants to keep a mana heavy hand. It's going to top deck really well.
Right.
So it's not going to be like that big. You don't want to be too greedy on your lands there.
So they're just trying to figure out life total. Not sure how much burn the player has done. Yep, and still missing on a land. It's pretty
I
rough.
think that's all but done here. No, I would have. You have to be able to untap with that Arbor Elf. No, I guess he gets
had
both
to do
mana.
both, yeah.
Yeah.
He had the Utopia Spell on green. But he's got another Searing effect.
That's you know, I think that's going to be about all she wrote, right?
I mean, he's only doing 2 a turn, or 3 a turn. So, I mean, he's giving him time to potentially get this Thragtusk. I mean, Utopia Sprawl is essentially a land, right?
So he's got 3 mana.
Yep, he's going to have 4. So next turn, if he draws a land, he can cast a Thragtusk in his hand. Oh, he's just going to Eternal Witness back a guy and then play that? Oh, he doesn't have the mana to do that. Yeah, I definitely would have played the Utopia Spell.
Yeah, so that way if you draw a land.
You can play a Thragtusk next turn, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help Curtis. He's not drawing very well either over there.
I mean, he's got double Boros Charm in hand, so he only needs a couple turns.
Yeah, but it's 1 spell a turn, right? So, like, this turn he's going to, like, Rift Bolt or not.
Oh, Overgrowth.
Overgrowth.
Yeah, so...
Overgrowth and Utopia Sprawl is what I think happens this turn. Or not.
If Curtis does not find a land here, even if he does find a land, he's not going to be able to kill him next turn. Okay, yeah, he's going to be at 5, and he's only going to be able to do 4 points next turn. So, maybe we'll be able to see Collin with this Thragtusk next turn. He got a land. So, he's going to be able to... He's probably just going to Boros Charm and then Chain to the Rocks, the Arbor Elf. Yeah, I definitely think I would have cast the Utopia, or the Overgrowth this turn, just to make sure you can get that Thragtusk. Because that Thragtusk is how you're catching this game back up. Did he do it? That's a Primal Command, but he's just a little short of casting it. Yep, looks like he's just a little bit too short. Just never finding a second land. Still a pretty competitive game for never finding a second land. Untap, cast your Rift Bolt, and he's dead. Yep, that's game number 2 for the burn deck. Collin just a little bit too slow. I think he should have cast that Overgrowth that last turn, and then it would have given him the chance to cast the Thragtusk this turn, and definitely would have let him stabilize. But you can't really expect him to kill everything, which he did.
Is Life from the Loam good in decks that aren't dredge-oriented, and is Harmonize playable? I don't think Harmonize is playable.
If we're talking about Modern, I think
in Modern, I don't think Harmonize is playable.
You really want to bounce Collin's land with a Cryptic? Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
I don't know. I'm sitting there staring at it with Ghost Quarter.
Right. Or if the burn deck's playing Molten Rain.
Yeah. And as far as Life from the Loam goes, I don't think it's bad in non-dredge oriented decks, but you have to have you still have to have a reason to keep putting the lands back in your hand. So if you have a bunch of Ghost Quarters and stuff, and you're going to Ghost Quarter lock something like Green Black Rock does, or used to do. I don't know if it does that anymore.
Yeah, I mean some people still do. I saw Jody Keith had the list written up. He was thinking about playing it this weekend. I mean, he did end up having a Crucible of Worlds Ghost Quarter lock in his deck, but he was playing the Grixis War deck.
Yeah. I'll say, yeah, in decks like that, you'll end up with Ghost Quarter, Life from the Loam locks, and I feel like those are pretty good. Molten Rain, that's Stomping Ground. I'll say, yeah, there's just so many things, feels so good to go after.
So once again, he's just looking for lands here. He's got a Primal Command on top, which he wants. Yep. So now it's really just whether or not he can get some mana to stick. Because, yeah, if this Birds doesn't die this turn, he's going to be able to cast Overgrowth next turn, and then untap and cast a Primal Command on turn 3. Yeah, lump, since he had to do that on a non-basic. I'm not sure about Overgrowth, but I know Utopia Sprawl has to be enchanted to a forest.
Yeah, Overgrowth is just land, I think.
Overgrowth is any land.
I believe so. Deathrite Shaman was a mistake? Prove it. Prove to me a reason why Deathrite Shaman was not a mistake. Did I tell you guys I'm getting Japanese set of Dark Ascension Evolving Wilds for Pauper?
That's pretty sweet.
I believe the store's already got those. You don't even have to
order them, right?
Yeah, I'll say. For whatever reason, the store has infinite Japanese Dark Ascension. So we could probably get you just about any card you want in that set in Japanese.
All right, so he's going after the Birds here with this Searing Blaze. So Collin's going to be at 4 mana next turn. Unfortunately, just one shy of this Primal Command. And the Thragtusk in hand. Oh, he's got another Overgrowth, though. So, yeah, he's just going to be chaining 5 drops after this.
3, 4.
Yep, next turn he's going to have a 6 to Primal Command or Thragtusk. Yeah, and I just don't know how the burn deck is out of this.
That's fair, I guess, Robert. That's fair. Well, he doesn't have red mana just yet, but
right.
Man, is that one gross to look at. That's 3 lands and no, it's just Skullcrack over there. So, Thragtusk, Skullcrack, yeah. Go to 9.
No, I agree. Deathrite Shaman would definitely be very good. I don't think it'd be too good, though.
In what?
In Modern, in a green-black shell in Modern.
If it's too good for Legacy, I can almost assume it's too good for Modern.
Yeah, that's fair. The card just so unassuming, but it does so much. All right, well, Skullcracks is what I need.
Yep, and then another Skullcrack. Searing Effects. That's 3, 6, 7, 8 this turn. That's just not enough.
Well, unfortunately, it's a Searing Blood and not a Searing Blaze, so he can't he kill the beast as well. He can trade with the Goblin Guide and that, but yeah. Well, so now this Primal Command is gonna be lights out.
Gain 7.
Gain 7.
Search for another Thragtusk.
Yeah, probably. Oh, is that a
Madcap experiments in his deck?
Nice.
Yes.
Yep. Seems pretty good. Burns play it. Curtis just sitting there yep, that's a lot of life. And this Searing Blood doesn't do a whole lot. So if you're the burn player, do you concede here?
Nope.
All right.
Never concede. Just put the land in place so we can draw another one of those. I'll say, in theory, no, I like just going ahead and bolting the thing, the beast, and starting to get in again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not killing him by not doing those things.
Well, you just know he's going to cast another Thragtusk, so you're not going to be able to get in with that Goblin Guide anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So the Goblin Guide would only be 2 points of damage there, and the Bolt's still 3. But yeah, I don't know what he's planning on doing here.
I mean, I don't think there's anything in his deck that can get him out of this. What I'm just saying is, like, I feel like he's not going to win by doing this.
Maybe he has Ensnaring Bridge, and he's hoping for that to be an out. But, I mean, he still has Primal Command to get rid of that. It's kind of hard to go infinite with Deathrite Shaman because you run out of lands in the graveyard.
Yeah. I'd probably hit the white land, especially since it's going to be tapped next turn.
Well, I mean, you could always fetch out another one. Or fetch Fail to Find, so that way Inspiring Advantage enters untapped. Big brain plays.
I mean, would it? That mountain would still be in play.
No, if you fetch and then Fail to Find.
16 minutes to the giveaway.
Oh, you're saying if he didn't go after that. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I was already counting the mountain not being there.
There we go. Quick judge question. Quick judge answer. 24.
Yeah, you do have 2 judges as commentators, so I'm sure we can answer your question.
Me and Kyle have both been certified as L1 judges, so we can do our best to answer simple questions. If not, we have been told that we're capable of interpreting, what is it, the jar? Jar judging, no, that's not the one. What's the other one?
Are you talking about the MTR?
There we go, the MTR. Yeah, we can interpret that one. Game loss. The level 4 judge is going to kill us, though.
Yeah, probably. And then I have another judge question for the chat. See how many people can get this. Because I had a 9-minute judge call with Austin Collins because there was 3 different judges that could not figure out the answer to this question. If you have a flipped Mayor of Averbrook, so it's the backside, and you
Madcapping into a
oh, there's a Cyclonic Rift. Jeez,
there's the platinum. Nice
he's
box
got the
topper.
box topper too.
Yeah, he said he opened a box topper
sweet.
and he had to have a reason to play it.
That's awesome. Okay, so if you have a flip Mayor of Averbrook and you cast a Phantasmal Image to copy it, what is the converted mana cost of the Phantasmal Image?
So, as far as Teddy goes, if you go over multiple turns, they're just going to go ahead and assume that too much has happened and the beast token is going to be gone, which is kind of unfortunate.
Okay, so to answer the question, the converted mana cost of the Phantasmal Image would be 0. The reason being is that it only derives the information from the backside of Mayor of Averbrook, which does not have a converted mana cost. The backside of Mayor of Averbrook derives its information from the front, so it is 2, but anything that derives its information from the backside does not derive its information from the front, and is 0, which makes no sense to me, but that is how it actually works, and it came up because of engineered explosives. So, yeah. If you Phantasmal Image the backside of a flip card, it is 0. It does not copy the front.
Unfortunately, yep.
Yeah, and they had to get multiple head judges involved in this because there was quite the confusion, understandably. It took them like 9 or 10 minutes to figure that one out.
It's like,
The backside does have the same CMC as the front, but that's because it derives the information from the front. The backside does not actually have a converted mana cost. Yes, the
No,
the
Bofibukwe.
yeah, the backside of a Mayor of Avra book is 2. But if you copy the backside with a Phantasmal image or any other kind of clone, it is 0. The reason being is that, yeah, the backside sees the front, but because the Phantasmal image does not see the front of Mayor of Avra book or have a front to itself, it is 0.
That.
Yeah, so only the copy dies to the EE on 0, which is very weird. And I am curious if you had, like, say, a Helm of the Host on the back of a Mayor of Ivorbrook, and you make a copy of it that way, or if you Kiki-Jiki copy it, would that be 0?
It'd be the same.
It'd be 0?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
very
just all
odd.
copies at that point. That's strange. Never. As far as Teddy goes up there, his question was: there's Beast Token out.
Mm-hmm.
You're just using it as a die.
Yep.
No, you haven't used any kind of like actual
So
thing
some
to
kind of a
represent it.
communication problem.
Then your opponent puts a Karn out,
Mm-hmm.
then grabs the die, and uses the die for his Karn.
Yep.
And then a couple turns go by, and you realize your Beast Token's gone. What happens?
So I believe that would be a GRV for the person that played the Karn, and then a failure to maintain board state for the person that had the Beast Token.
I mean, what's the game rule violation?
I mean, I don't know exactly what it is, but you are disrupting the board state by changing the way that the board state should be.
But there's no rules saying like you can't take a die to use for your for your planeswalker. The problem that came in there is that they were using a die to represent something and then forgot about what they were representing.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So, minus the violations or anything like that, what happens?
I mean, in my opinion, if multiple turns have passed, I believe that it is too late to recreate the board state, and it would stay as is with no Beast Token on the battlefield.
I can definitely see where it would come up as they say, well, the token's supposed to be there, and we'll just assume that you didn't attack with it or block with it for 3 turns, and just put it back into play.
Or it just explodes the Magic multiverse, and the game is forfeited for both players, and both players are banned from the DCI. That's the other likely scenario.
That's aggressive. I'll say failure to maintain board state, I agree, could pop up, but I don't think there's any game rule violations there.
I mean, it could be a failure to maintain for both players. Like, they're pretty liberal with giving those out if one player misses something. Like, even if your opponent goes to, I don't know, like, even if your opponent went to play a Karn and put it on 8 loyalty when he picked it up, I mean, I feel like you're still going to get a failure to maintain for that because you didn't catch it. And that's why failure to maintains are not upgradable.
Mm-hmm.
That's why failure maintains really are nothing besides just a, hey,
be more careful.
Like, even if you get 20 failure to maintains, you're not going to get a game loss. They'll literally do nothing. It's just there to show that you need to watch yourself.
Yeah, I'll say all I would recommend is don't use dice to play with as tokens. Like, use the backside of cards, find a piece of paper to rip up.
Yeah.
Anything that doesn't look like it can just easily move off the board.
Yeah, I mean, even if you do not have a token and you need a token that isn't a dice, if you call a judge, the judge will create a token for you. Mm-hmm. I have not found a head judge that would not do that. They'll find the back of a Magic card, they'll do something to create a token for you. Or yeah, you could just bring the tokens that you need.
Yeah, I'll say I was playing tokens as my standard part, and I had to hide those. I was like, I'm not gonna let my opponents know that I'm playing tokens.
Right.
So before each standard portion started, I just took all the tokens out, put it in my pocket, destroyed my tokens. But
so Johnny, the image will attempt to flip, but cannot because it does not have a backside.
Crazy Big B taking the lead.
Nice. Thank you.
What's the win now?
Well, thank you for the 500. We do appreciate it.
RK Post tokens are hot. Yeah, he's really good at drawing. He's got a lot of really good tokens.
So some of the cool things you can do with that, Johnny, say you were to copy a Jace, I forget the name of it, the baby Jace, the 2-mana one, or any of the flip planeswalkers. Because those flip and they say exile on them, the Phantasmal image will exile itself when it attempts to flip, and then it will enter the battlefield again, and you can have it copy anything. You can have it copy the Jace again, or you can have it copy any other creature, which is pretty sweet. It only works for the Planeswalkers, because they say exile, because they have to for the loyalty counters. Yeah, Jace Friend Prodigy.
I say because they'd flip back over otherwise with 0 counters and just die.
But yeah,
so they have to exile.
If it's on any of the creatures, then it will just not flip.
Is there any way to make Origins Nissa without having 7 lands? You just want to use the Shia tokens.
You could change its creature type to werewolf and then use Moon Mist to flip it.
Yeah, there's that.
That's the only way I can really think of to flip a card.
Do you all have video of the rolling of the mayor and image discussion?
No, but it was against Austin Collins, if you want to ask him on Twitter. But yeah, we were off camera.
Or if you just want us to re-go over it because you didn't hear it, we could do that. I'm not sure what you were asking, Ransom.
Yeah, I don't know if you were just asking for confirmation that I was correct or what. But yeah, pretty much it's just that the Phantasma, which does not see the front side, so it doesn't see the CMC from it.
Yep.
So, I mean, I would imagine it's correct because the head judge ruled that, but I mean, you could tell me that that's wrong and I'd believe you as well because that's a very odd ruling and I still don't understand one way or the other why that works.
Yep.
I would think that because the Halpack Alpha has a CMC of 2, that the Phantasma image would as well, but I guess it's just a weird loophole.
What we got?
Do we have the giveaway yet? How much more time we got?
We have 5 minutes to the giveaway.
5 more minutes till the giveaway. So if anybody wants more tickets,
same Hollister shirt yesterday. Somebody's got your style.
Is this Hollister? I thought this was American Eagle. No, this is Hollister. Yeah, American Eagle's got a different eagle. Well, thank you. I heard trying to get a video from our group and they're confused. LOL. I mean, I can say it again if you want to repeat it to your group. If you want to record me, I don't mind.
Paul threw in the towel. He gave up his first place. Let Crazy Big B have it.
What a scrub. Teddy made a clip. Well, there you go.
Yep. Teddy's very kind.
Even though Teddy hates me, he'll still make a clip of me for you.
What is this giveaway that you are... What are you getting? We're going to give away this Ultimate Masters box topper. That's going to have an Ulamog in it. That's my guess. Got to be Ulamog. And we're going to hopefully open it, but you get 25 points, or it's 25 points per ticket. You're allowed infinite tickets if you have the points for them.
Yep. Yeah, it's either going to be an Ulamog or a Tassiger. Justin says Ulamog. I say Tassiger, but we will see.
Yep, and then you get, there's plenty of points. You get 10 points for every 5 minutes you watch, or...
Other way. It's 10 minutes for 10 points for 10 minutes if you're subbed, 5 points for 10 minutes if you're not subbed.
If you're subbed, you get 500 points. So that's 20 entries just right off the bat.
All right, Dig Dug. I feel it. I'm rooting for you. I think you have better odds now.
Kyle tays it. You get 1 point for every bit. Samurai, you got 50 points for the follow.
Yeah,
thank you for that.
That's 2 tickets.
That's 2 tickets. It gives you a chance to get this box stopper.
Awkward Ninja buying 25 tickets. Jeez. Man, you guys are going hard on this one.
I mean, it's a sweet one.
Yeah, I mean, it is sweet.
I'd be excited to win if I was, allowed
I am
to.
excited to see what this is. Man, which one of us is going to open it?
We can just both grab one side of the pack and just pull really hard and hope to destroy
Are we gonna wishbone this thing?
Yeah.
Just whoever gets the biggest half of the card wins.
Yep, there we go. I really hope it's Lava Call then.
Yeah.
Well, it's 7 tickets. Ah, jeez.
Well, thank you, everybody. Well, we're almost there. What do we got?
Yep.
We got 4 more minutes. Yep. So
4 more minutes.
What we're gonna do, whoever wins it, we'll give them the option of whether or not they want us to open it on camera or not. If the person that wins is not here, we are going to open it on camera for everybody, and then we will ship it.
Johnny Stephanie with the follow.
Thank you, Johnny.
Or Stephanie.
Or
whichever
Stephanie.
one you are.
Or Johnny. Or Stephanie. Or Johnny
Stephanie,
and Stephanie.
Johnny.
Or
Johnny,
Stephanie,
Stephanie.
Johnny. Maybe it's a Johnny. Maybe it's just
Maybe
a
it's
really weird way of saying a Johnny.
A Johnny Stephanie?
Yeah. A Johnny
Perfect.
Steadfast. That's what it's saying.
That's probably a spirit animal. Yep. Intensify. Thanks for the file. That's 2 tickets for you.
Yeah. Opponent's thought seizes. I show hand. Takes a card. I put hand back. Opponent says, no, you're going to put your hand back down. I say, no, thought seize. Yeah.
Thoughtseize does not read. Take a card from an opponent's hand and write down the rest of it.
So technically, how you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to write down the contents of the hand before you
take a card out of it.
Take a card. It's kind of just player etiquette to leave the hand until the player has written down the information.
It's definitely not something you have to do.
Yes,
Once they take the card, you're allowed to pick your hand up.
I have had that done to me before when I thought that I was cordial with my opponent. I was trying to shortcut and be like, oh, I'm going to be taking this. Well, let me write this down. But the second you say what you are taking, the spell has finished resolving, and then they can pick up their hand. So for any of you guys that are trying to cast Thoughtseize at competitive REL, make sure you write down the contents of your opponent's hand before you announce what card you are going to be taking.
Vladimir with 255 bits.
Thank you.
To get himself a couple more points, it looks like, to enter in there.
Yeah, buddy.
Thanks for that.
Oh, is it 10 yet? Man, is it 10 yet?
I really want to wishbone this already. The last 2 minutes are like killing us.
Right?
Can we get a timer?
Got 2 more minutes. Matt, can we get a timer ticking down?
Yeah, I want like a New Year's timer. Can we get like a full ball, everything? Is that something we can set up in less than 2 minutes? I can, but not right now.
Well, it's not good, right? It's not good if you can't.
Are allowed to keep a list of your opponent's 75? No, you're not, Buffet Bakeway. You will get in so much trouble if you do that.
If you write it down during the match, you are allowed. You cannot have any outside information.
You will get a slow play call if you try to write down your opponent's entire deck.
Also, you would get a slow play call if you are trying to write down your entire deck while holding up the match.
I would recommend just not writing down your opponent's deck because
I would just try to take a mental note.
Yeah, because if you see the deck later on and a different opponent that has the same deck, you're going to get in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, I just highly recommend not doing that.
That is a disqualifiable offense if you have outside information during a match.
Show me his hand. When I cast Vendilion Click, I wrote his hand down, then announced Click targets me. He called a judge and lost his appeal. I mean, yeah, that's good. There's a lot of people that just assume that Click's going to target them, and, they don't actually let the spell resolve properly.
I mean, once again, I think that the vast majority of judge calls and things that go wrong in games are because of lack of communication. And that's why I will advocate to anybody, clearly communicate with your opponent and ensure that your opponent is clearly communicating with you. That is the best way for things to go properly in a game of Magic.
Yep.
And I missed, who was that that donated? I saw the donation.
You can no longer enter the giveaway. Markovec 4. Can we get him in?
All right, sweet.
Can we get him in?
Thank you.
Rob Meadows won. No way. That's not fair.
Awkward Ninjas. All right, awesome. Awkward Ninjas got it. Sweet. And he just got 50 tickets just a little bit ago.
Yep.
All right, I guess I shouldn't say he. They.
Whoever
all right,
you
Awkward
are.
Ninja. Here we are.
On it, Rob.
Are we going to be able to open it?
Can we open? Can we open and send it to you?
We got to see it.
Come on. We want to wishbone it.
Yeah, congrats, Awkward Ninjas.
Wow, you won. You did it.
All right, Awkward Ninjas, can we open it? Show you what you want.
Can we show the world what you're getting?
Yeah, it would also make it a little bit safer for shipping. We
gotta
see it. All right, let's see it. Here we go.
All right, I'll open it, but I'll let you flip it.
Here's this Tassiger.
All right.
All right, we got it open face down. Here it is. Oh, it's a pretty good one.
It's a pretty good one.
It's a pretty good one. Everybody see it?
I was close.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was close.
All right, well, good night, everybody.
Yep.
I'm glad we...
We'll send it to you.
All right, here we go.
Blump, blump, blump. Come on, get it in there. Get back. You're behind the light. The light's back here.
There we go. You got a nice little Emrakul with the Aeon's Torn. I don't know if you can really say little about this thing. It's a freaking 15-15.
Can we pull up the picture for 50 Emrakuls?
Yeah, he can't deprive chat. That is really pretty. Yeah, Awkward. If you want us to sign it, I think we can.
Yeah?
It is really pretty.
I'll say I don't know if you really want that, but
jeez. These are a lot prettier in person than I thought they would be. I'm not going to lie. I really like this.
Yeah, the Emrakul looks very nice. Yeah, I do have the Cavern if you want to look at it.
Yeah.
So I open that one.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, this Emrakul is very pretty. Much better than Lava Claw.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit better than Lava Claw reaches. Attacks a little bit harder. So you want to know my best experience with Emrakul?
Yeah, sure.
So I saw someone through the breach in an Emrakul against a humans player. The humans player had a vial on 2 before, or with the annihilator trigger on the stack. They're like, all right, I'm gonna activate my vial, put in a phantasm image, copy your Emrakul, sacrifice some lands in my vial. 30 Emrakuls.
Sorry, it was 30 Emrakuls. I thought
Sacrifice
we were at 50
my lands in my
Emrakuls.
vial, get an Emrakul of my own, untap, attack you with Emrakul, kill you. That was pretty sweet.
I'm going to. I wish I could just like send this to Matthew so he could post it.
All right,
Real
see you,
quick.
Paul. And I think we're gonna. Are we gonna show this before we log off?
Yeah. Okay. So let's see if we can show this up on my phone really
I don't
well.
know if it's gonna
No, it's
load.
not.
All right. Well, if any of
Alright.
you guys Google 30 Emrakuls, there is a pretty comical video or picture
Of a
30.
450 for 300 mana.
Yep.
No spells in the building can be countered. When you cast 30 Emrakuls, nobody except you can take a turn today. Flying, protection from entire RGB palette, Annihilator 180.
Yep.
When 30 Emrakuls gets put into a graveyard, its owner is banned from the tournament.
Jeez. Rough.
Yep.
It's a pretty big downside. I'm gonna be thought scouring my opponents.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Awkward, please make sure to message Top Deck so they can get your shipping information. We can get this sent out to you. We're going to go ahead and get this in a penny sleeve and a top loader so we can get it protected for you and get it shipped out for you. But for everybody else, have a good night.